Hello, glad you're here. Today we're going to talk about how to find your tribe and grow your following for your business with storytelling. And storytelling has just taken, the online scene by storm. And it's something I can remember as a little girl that was a big thing, listening to stories and listening to, um, almost said my grandparents, but listen to my aunts and my uncles and my mom telling stories of, things that they went through, things, how their life came to be, yada, yada. And then I have three awesome points that I want to share with you. And I don't, as a nurse, you don't routinely, talk to your patients when you're building rapport with them, especially initially. And I worked in the OR for a while, so it wasn't like a time where you had a lot of time to use storytelling. But this is a whole different arena. Doing what I'm doing now, being able to come live and being able to share stories that can give you examples of where I was and how I came to be and things that I've done in my life to change myself for the better and so on. And I'm sure many of you are doing this as well, but I want to make sure that I put this out there so that everyone is aware, because it doesn't hurt to hear it once, twice, five, six times. It takes a lot of touch points sometimes for information to really sink in and for people to really get it. And that happens to me as well. So before I get started, let me go on because I will. Yesterday I did my live and I just kind of talked right through and never introduced myself till the end. So let's not do that. So let me go on and introduce myself. But before I do that, everyone that's here, that's hopping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know your experiences with storytelling. Share with me how you use that. And or especially there are people that are parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles that use stories for the kids, but maybe not aware that it can be used in your business as you are building your tribe and following, in explaining and telling about where you've come from and how you got to be where you are now and how you're still moving forward, because we never stop learning, we never stop growing. A little water here. That was that was kind of loud. Hopefully I didn't slurp too much. But anyway, so my name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs to be able to come online, use social media to build. Okay, lips got twisted, to get prospects, leads, and sales in their business. So that is what I do, and I do that in a variety of ways. I use attraction marketing. I use lead generation as well as video marketing. And I don't want to get started on that, but these are some of the best ways that I have learned to be able to get people to notice you, or be attracted to you because of what you're delivering, what value you're giving, and how you're giving it. And people that can tell stories really, really do well. I'm growing in that. And so you don't have to be perfect to be able to come on and help somebody else to be able to find out about storytelling, because, it might be once they hear it, it may be something that's really easy for them to do. I tend to run on and get into, tangents and stuff, but I am pulling away from that, getting better at that. But, we all have to start somewhere, right? And I've been telling stories for a while. How about you? Do you use storytelling in any of your business ventures that you're involved in? Do you use stories to get a point across and be able to share and have someone actually see what it is that you're really talking about and actually feel it? So as I am starting to talk, I'm going to start back looking at my notes because I do go off. But as I was talking about just now, when you're telling a story, you want to make sure that you are being you, authentically you, and, tell your story. I've heard people say they don't have a story. And so in that case, you can say, I have a friend who, whatever it is, and this is what they told me, and I was so amazed, and it actually really related to me. It was relatable, it was likable, it, just kind of showed how much more like-minded we were. So you can use someone else's story as you are getting your own, but make sure that it's okay. The story that you're telling, you don't want to tell anybody's secrets or anybody's things that they don't want out there. So, and the same thing with you. You don't have to tell your whole life story. We're just talking about little anecdotes of a story, or, and some people can talk and talk really fast. And so then they can get a lot more in, but not look like they're pushing it or trying to say it really fast. But if they want to get a certain amount of a story told so that it can relate to others and people can see what's happening and say, what, that sounds like me, sounds like what I've been doing or what I've been going through or so on. So it's important to be you and to make, just tell your story, and that's how your tribe is going to find you. That's how your following is going to grow, because people will, be listening and growing, and and learning how they can see what it is that you're really saying, how that, it goes in here and they're like, yeah, I remember that, or it goes in their heart, or both. It just, I just know that when some people are talking, I'm nodding. I'm like, wow, I can't believe somebody else went through that, or whatever, something like that. So that's the first awesome point that I want to make. It's important to be you and be relatable, and just, and I'm not saying put on airs. You want to be authentic. You want to be the real you. So the next thing I have is it's okay to be vulnerable. Like, and this should be a short story, but the other day I was catching up on some trainings and listening to some other things that I hadn't been able to get to, so I can go back and listen on the replay. And I was listening to one of our mentors, and she had just heard some really, really bad news. Uh, like a couple of minutes, I think she said, before she was about to go live. And though she had the support that she needed, she could have called someone and said, can you take this? I'm really, I just don't think I can do this. She decided to go live anyway and do the training, and then she was telling us about, how that happened. And she did that, I want to say yesterday is when I was looking at that. She had just finished and I had just finished something, so I was able to go and listen to her. And her story was about, how you can sometimes be going through something, but you have certain responsibilities in building your business, and it was okay, it would have been fine for her to be able to hand it off to someone else, because there's someone else in the wings that could have taken it for her. But she wanted to come on and show how it's okay to be vulnerable, It's okay to be hurting, when you're talking and delivering a message. And she just shared that, and it opened a lot of our eyes. It made us feel more comfortable to be able to, you can hand it off or you can just not do it. But what do you feel about those people that are looking forward to what it is that you might have to say for that day? What is it that, the training that you're doing that could really help somebody? And that is what she said got her to keep going. She, like I said, she had the support of other mentors. She had the ability to be able to hand it off, but she didn't. And I learned a lot from listening to her story yesterday about that and how important it is sometimes, and not that it would be a bad thing to hand it off, but how important it is that if you can go on and do it and show people it's okay to be vulnerable, be yourself, be vulnerable, even, fighting back tears, it lets people know you really care, especially those people that you're delivering to. You're used to doing this every, other week or every week or whatever. Um, but all of a sudden you don't show up on this one week. Well, okay, it shouldn't not a problem. But she came and she shared. And I don't know if that was her original that she was going to talk about, but she was able to come and show us her vulnerability. And though she didn't get into details, which is fine, she said she had just heard some really horrible news that was really hard for her, and she was just burst into tears, and she went to the bathroom to just do her thing and cry and do whatever she needed to do, and then come back out and get started. So vulnerability is something that touches people at the heart level, and to be able to share that along with other things like entertainment, funny things, whatever it is, however your, personality is, share, your vulnerable side, share your funny side, share your loving side, whatever that is. But it's okay to be vulnerable. And then the last thing that I want to say, and this is something that she said as well, she had another call right after she got done with the meeting that she did that I was catching up on. And she could have called that off as well, but she didn't. And the reason she didn't was because of intention. And the intention that she had was for the people, or the person that she was going to be talking to. That's a part of her mentorship, of helping this person through, the ropes and, the, climbing and whatever it is, that they're learning, uh, just growing, our mindsets, growing in knowledge, growing in the things that we need and want to do, and to help, certain people. And, we have mentors. The company that I'm in is a mentorship educational company. So it's taught me a lot because I have a history. My professional history is being a registered nurse. So I didn't have, I had math enough to do, meds and that kind of stuff, that you do as a nurse. Make sure you do your calculations and you're not giving too much. And then I'm sure it's all modernized even more so than it ever was. So it's probably even easier to figure out drug calcs and that kind of stuff, but calculations. But it's just she wanted to go on and help this person that she's been helping. And it was the intention that she had for this person in helping them with whatever it was that they were going to be talking about that day. And I thought that that was pretty good because later then, she says she was able to take some time, or, knew that she was going to be able to do that. But she really did not want to not show up for this person because in your business, it's important to show up. Now, again, please don't take this the wrong way. I'm not saying that if you're really sick or you're feeling really bad or you're something just happened and it's really awful, that you should really push yourself to do, and show up and that kind of stuff. What I'm saying to you is that you have a choice and you can reach out to the help that you have to back you up because some of us, I have some days where I just really am having a tough time and I, don't want to show that through what I'm, as I'm trying to deliver my content, but I want to be able to share it. So I usually show up, and keep going unless I'm really stuck. And then sometimes I have to do it later because it was a half day of training or something like that. And I go live, Central Standard Time, 12 noon. And, so sometimes I'll have to do it either earlier or later, depending on what's happening in my life at the time and what my schedule's looking like and so on. But having that intention, having that purpose, having that desire to help the person that you want to help and give them, fill their cup, then, you have to go back and then fill your cup so that you can continue to do what it is that you do. So I hope that these, three awesome points that I made, I hope they really help you. I hope that they are something that was of value for you in telling stories because telling stories is a really big thing. And, there's almost every platform has, uh, uh, some of them have made where you can tell a story with a picture, and add some things to it or whatever. And some people are really talented and artistic and able to just, and creative, be able to pull things out and just, show stuff. And you're just like, wow, I hadn't seen that before, that kind of thing. So, anyway, I don't want to keep talking because I will, and that time is going to slip by. So, basically, that is it for today. I want to offer, I have an offer that I'm going to put in on the video in the comment sections. I can't even get it out. In the comment section for you to take advantage of. And I will tell you 30 minutes once you check it out. You get 30 minutes at that really, really um, low price. Low price. So 30 minutes and then it goes up. But I just want you to check it out because it's the book that started me after I did, the training that I did initially. Then I looked forward to and got the book, and the book was Attraction Marketing Formula. And that's what I've been using throughout my journey here, learning and growing as an entrepreneur, as a business builder. We're not allowed to say what it is that I actually do, but the list of 100, chasing people, bugging family and friends, that kind of thing. So anyway, I will have that on the video in the comment section when this is downloaded. So I'm going to go on and get off here, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. We are having crazy weather here, so hopefully you're not, and if so, hopefully you're doing good. So take care. Talk soon. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit longer presentation. I'm going to talk about some more information on, well, I don't want to give it away exactly, but it's going to be more information on how to build your business and how important this is to the growth of your business. So I'll leave it at that. So tomorrow will be a little longer than today. And that's it. I'm going to go and get off here. Take care. Talk soon. Bye now, wherever you are in this world.